Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm extremely excited to do this review because I just got this in from Amazon, the new PNSO 135 scale Amargasaurus. If you're like me, you've been waiting for this model to come out for a very long time. I think the teaser images of this model were shown, I think, well over a year ago. We all know what happened with PNSO, the management issues, communication stopped, all the models that they teased, no one knew the future of them. But here we are in February 2019, and the new models are finally here. So this guy comes in a very nice high quality box. It's actually very solid. I mean, mine got dinged up a little bit from shipping, but nice glossy image of Lucio, the Amargasaurus, on the front. That's the bottom. And what does this say? We present Lucio, the Amargasaurus, to you because we think he deserves your trust. To make friends with Lucio, the Amargasaurus, should be a meaningful decision. So, the way PNSO markets their models, it's obviously geared towards kids, but the quality of these are geared toward the older adult collectors. It actually comes with a nice little book showing some nice full color artwork of Lucio. It is in English too. Very nice little booklet. Shows you the the current fossils found for this type of dinosaur. So, well, enough of this stuff. I know you guys don't care about the box of the book. Let's move on to the model. And here is Lucio out of the box in all his glory. It's such a pleasure to actually just see this model in hand right now. We waited so long for this, and they're finally here, and it was worth the wait. This is a beautiful Amargasaurus model. PNSO always does a lot of research when they're developing their models, and it clearly shows right here. So I'm gonna get out my tape measure and see how big this guy is. So from the tip of the nose to the tail, he is just over 13 inches long. And from the base to his back, he's just over 4 inches long. As you can see, his paint scheme actually matches up pretty well what's on the promotional images on the box. I know sometimes PNSO shows off their models, and when you get the finished product, it doesn't look as good as the promotional photos. It happens with most prototype stuff, but I know Doyle, for example, the paint scheme, what you got versus what we saw in the box was vastly different. This is much closer in color, what's on the box. Sorry, my lighting keeps want to keep going darker for some reason. So let's pull this guy a little closer and get a better look at him. They did a fantastic job sculpting the head of this. You can see the teeth are painted very cleanly. No paint mishaps around the teeth. The head's very small, as it should be. And for the neck spines, they actually are made of a soft rubber material, so you don't have to worry about these snapping off like this model falls or something. That's always good. I know the quills on Doyle weren't this material, and I felt like if you hit them the wrong way, they're gonna snap off. Even along the back, these are soft rubber material. Very nice that they included that, because I would be very upset if one of these snapped off right after I got it. So with the neck, they decided to cover up half the spines with some skin, depending, what Amargasaurus models you collect. Like the new Safari Amargasaurus, there's no skin covering the spines. They're just jutting up from the neck. The Batat Amargasaurus, this is fully enclosed with skin on their model. I have those models. I'll take them out later when we do the comparison. And you can see each scale is beautifully sculpted. This model has a nice texture to it. It is solid, as one of their solid PVC figures, not like their giant hollow vinyl figures. He seems to be a little bit of a softer material compared to Doyle. That's the only other solid PVC figure I have from PNSO is Doyle. I never end up getting Wilson. The feet are beautifully sculpted. Now, these nails shouldn't be painted. This is probably the only inaccurate part of this entire model. I don't know why they decided to paint them. If they just paint them a normal, like the rest of the foot, this model would have been perfect. This is the only part right here that should be painted, the thumb claw. Even the tail's nice and flexible, so you don't have to worry about this guy snapping. Just a gorgeous, beautiful model. I'm just so happy to have this right now. Let's check them out from the other side. Get a closer look at that head sculpt. If it wants to focus, there you go. I mean, just you can see all the neck vertebrae are beautifully sculpted within the neck. He's not really shrink wrapped. I know some of their older hollow vinyl sauropods look like they were absolutely starving, like someone get them a cheeseburger or a salad. You can see just a little bit of bone structure, like you can see the ribs in here. It's not too bad. It's not shrink wrapped too bad. This is actually looks like a very healthy, muscular animal. Just those spikes continue right down to the tip. Absolutely amazing model. Like I said, I got this guy on Amazon. All the new PNSO models are available on Amazon. This guy was $59.99, free shipping. When I ordered him, I think it took like 12 days for him to get here. As of yesterday on Amazon, he was available through Prime, so you can get him in 2 days if you're a Prime member. So if you're still looking for this guy, go to Amazon, order him. Don't pay the higher eBay prices. Now for the coloring on this guy, if you can see in the background, I got the box right there. The sail on his back has more of a purple highlight. Not so much on this. This is almost like a very dark, like almost like a blackish purple, I guess if that's a color. But he's most like a nice dark green. Some tan highlights throughout. Very, very natural looking pattern they went with here. I like how they emphasize the color along the neck for the spines. I mean, we don't know what this was used for in real life. It was probably more of a display feature for this animal. The underbelly is white. And it comes with a very nice display base. You can see he has footprints to place him in. He stands anywhere you place him on here. He's a very stable figure. When you have all 4 feet planted on the display base, they all fit snugly, except for this one right here. If you look at this from this angle, you can see the foot is just hovering above that. It's not a big deal. I think this is a lot nicer than the base that came with Doyle. It's painted much better. It is still the same material, still plastic. And let's fit him on his base. You see right there, I'm talking about the foot doesn't sit flush in there, but it's not a big deal. Man, I absolutely love this thing. This is right now, besides Nick the Ceratosaurus, I did a review of that guy a few days ago when I got him in. This is one of my favorite models right now in my collection. Nick is just this gigantic beast of a figure. I don't think much is ever going to top that. So I'm going to take out some other Amargasaurus figures from other lines and see how they compare to this guy. Alright, now that we got our Amargasaurus herd, these are a few other models from different companies. This one right here is the Batat Amargasaurus. This is actually the reissue one that came out, that's been re-released in Target. I think it's like a $7, $8 figure. I know the originals are very hard to find. This is the old Carnegie collection Amargasaurus. You can see that they did the neck very similar to what they did on the Carnegie. Excuse me. Sorry, the heat's been broken in my house for a few days and it's getting a little cool in here, so I'm probably getting sick. And lastly, this is the new Safari Amargasaurus, where it just has the spines jutting up from the neck. As you can see on this figure, they have the toes painted correctly. So, and here is Lucio next to one of PNSO's other solid PVC figures, Doyle the Triceratops. Like I said on this one, he just has the footprints that fit in on the old Doyle model. There was a peg to lock it into the base. He doesn't need it. All 4 feet rest snugly on his display base. So in closing, I absolutely love this model. I am so happy I finally got one. And just to see it in hand, it's a sight to behold. You will not be disappointed if you get this figure. I know it's a little expensive. It's around $60. I'll leave a link in the description for it on Amazon. That's the easiest, best way to order it. But I'm telling you right now, if you get this figure, you will not be disappointed with it. It's just sculpted absolutely beautifully. The detail is fantastic. And I just can't wait to see what PNSO has in store in the future. I'm probably going to order the Amargasaurus next, and I'm thinking Ron the Mosasaur. Haven't fully decided yet. I mean, it adds up quickly when you collect this stuff, so that's probably the next one I'm going to get. So, alright everyone, that'll be it for the review. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this amazing figure. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.